How to calculate an ideal manufacturing cycle time. Value stream maps are an important tool to improving this process. Editor's note: the following question comes courtesy of Reddit. I was on Reddit, saw this inquiry and found it interesting. Given that Larry Fast writes our Ask the Expert, Lean Leadership column, I asked him to weigh in on it, which he did in the following column. If you have a question you would like Larry to address, please use this form to submit it. We want your questions. Jill Jusko, Associate Content Director. Q. I am working as a manufacturing manager in a manual, batch, process plant. Our management has decided to go lean and asked me to come up with the cycle times for each step for all varieties of products. So, I observed the processes and came up with close to 150 sample times for every step. The range is high, varying from 7 minutes to 45 minutes. Now in this case, how to come up with an ideal cycle time based on which our plant's productivity will be calculated. This is the case for 80% of the processes. I am not willing to go with the least, or best, time as they can be outliers and may not reflect the reality. Is there any process/tool that can help me? Wow, you're faced with quite a challenge as you contemplate how to respond to your management. Before we get into what to do, let me start with what not to do. Do not use averages to come up with an ideal cycle time. That's like putting your head in the refrigerator and your feet in the oven and thinking you'll be comfortable. When you have a range of cycle times from 7 to 45 minutes, you must have the ability to know what machines are capacity constrained so you can accurately schedule machine time that delivers great on-time delivery to customers. There is no ideal cycle time that applies across the board except on products that follow the same process routings, use the same or similar materials, etc. You are wise not to fall into this average ideal cycle time trap. You'll be criticized at every turn. Do not tie productivity measurements to just a machine cycle time. Other things often affect cycle times, such as having operators in training, maintenance issues, scheduling issues, raw material issues, quality issues, and more. The better metric to use is overall equipment effectiveness, which takes the variables into consideration and highlights the cause of any shortfalls or over-accomplishments. Resources can be directed at the root cause of process problems that make the ideal cycle time impossible to deliver until corrective actions are taken. Now let's consider what to do. 1. Is there any process/tool? For more on this story, visit the news article link.